Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome to today's video. As of the recording of this video is Sunday, September 7th, 2025. It is 2:40 p.m. I am at the Union Pioneer Memorial Cemetery, founded in 1851. Union, Utah is a suburb of Salt Lake City, not too far from here. I'm just here in town because I have some deliveries that are close by. And today we are going to go and visit the grave of Green Flake. So come with me. He's just buried in here. As you can tell, it is a very small cemetery. Now, as we are actually walking up to his grave, I'm going to go ahead and read off some history about him, because this is just like, I guess you can say this is a relatively famous grave. I guess you can say to locals at least. I know that there was a movie made about his life I want to say about 10 years ago. And Green Flake, he was born a slave in the Jordan Flake plantation in Anson County, North Carolina. James and Agnes Flake took him when they moved from North Carolina to Mississippi a few years later. In the winter of 1843 and 1844, the Flakes were converted by Benjamin L. Clapp, a missionary from the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, otherwise known as the Mormons. And Green was baptized on April 7th, 1844. In 1845, the Flakes moved to Nauvoo, Illinois, in order to be close to the main body of the Mormon Church. William Jordan Flake, the eldest son of James and Agnes, remembered being taken to the top of the Nauvoo temple by our servant Flake Green, or Green Flake, and viewing the surrounding country for miles in every direction. Green Flake was a part of the first group of the LDS Church to leave Nauvoo for the west and to participate in the initial establishment of the winter quarters, Nebraska. Green was sent by James Flake to take some mules and carriage across the plains with the first company of the Saints and remain out west to build a house for the Flake family in preparation for their arrival. Brigham Young's advance company for the westward trek of the Saints began on April 17th, 1847. Oscar Crosby and Hark Lay were other slaves on the overland journey. On July 13th, 1847, Brigham Young sent Orson Pratt and others, including Flake, to prepare the way into Salt Lake City, or the Salt Lake Valley. This vanguard group reached the valley on July 22nd, 1847, which is actually 2 days before the rest of the LDS Church showed up, because July 24th, 1847 is known as Pioneer Day here in Utah, and that is actually known as the day that the church entered the valley. Green was rebaptized on August 8th, 1847 by Tarleton Lewis and confirmed the same day by Wilford Woodruff. Many Latter-day Saints were rebaptized when they reached the Salt Lake Valley to show their commitment to the faith. Upon his arrival in the Salt Lake Valley, Green built a log cabin in Cottonwood, now known as Holiday, Utah, which is not too far from here, and planted crops as James Flake required him. In 1854, Amasa Lyman, a church leader in California, wrote a letter to Brigham Young on behalf of Agnes Flake, asking for Flake to send the slave she left so Agnes Flake could sell him. Brigham Young responded that Green was in poor health and was needed in Utah to provide for his own family. Green, Martha, and their children were listed as free residents of Union, Salt Lake County in the 1860 consensus. In his dissertation on the history of black people in Utah, Ronald Gerald Coleman states that Brigham Young freed Flake. Writing for the LDS History Department, Jonathan Stapley and Amy Theroux, I'm not sure how to pronounce the last name, wrote that Flake may have considered himself free when James Madison Flake died in 1850. Green moved to Union, where we are at now, near the mouth of the Big Cottonwood Canyon, in 1856. Slavery in Utah was not officially banned until the spring of 1867. One of Flake's descendants was Lucille Bankhead, a civil rights activist in Utah and the first Relief Society president of the Genesis Group, and Black Pioneer is a 2020 biopic about Green Flake. Anyways, I'd like to thank you for watching today's video. I haven't been able to find much more history about Green Flake. I would like to learn more about his entrance into the Utah Valley and what his story is, because I'm interested in it. I love history. I want to learn everything about it. And I know the first time I actually ever heard of green flake was actually through the movie. I think the name of the movie was called Flake or Green Flake. I don't remember. I gotta look it up and I'll research it. Go back. I'll probably end up going back to watch that video or watch that movie at some point. I just don't have enough time with me being a driver and everything. So anyways, thank you for watching today's video, and I'll look back in quick Utah history, and go ahead and like and subscribe down below. Share this video with your family members and your friends who might love history, and we will talk in the future. Thanks for watching again, everybody.
Hey everybody. Everybody watching has to subscribe. Subscribing is cool. Thanks.